are those who've been through so many struggles. Babylon will do whatever it takes for trouble. Yeah, you know it's I am Snake here, Farmer Man representing for Aromatic Realistic TV show on YouTube. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe. Yo, my princess gone far, far away. Boom. Check it out.
Reality check man from your device, and you know, it's Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, people, today, without any further ado, I want to address something that I see the Prime Minister. I think he was at a campaign, and he was addressing some people. And, you know, this is one of the things that he says. He says that, you know, he stabilized the dollars, and he even say even in COVID, the dollar was stabilized. He also, you know, bring to their attention that GDP, when they first take over, it was at 120%. Now under his administration and the JLP, they bring down GDP to 78%. He also said that his administration and the JLP fundamentally changed Jamaica. You know what I like about the media? It makes people like me now can fact check the Prime Minister, and also to hold him accountable, and also to bring the awareness, the enlightening of my people, you know, in Jamaica. Because a lot of the time, you know, these people come around in their suits and their tie, and we know they can dot the I's, they can cross the T, you know, they speak fluent English, you know, so they sound articulate and so forth and so forth. But most of the time, beyond, you know, those ties and jacket and articulate, you know, and, you know, use the Queen's language properly, there is no substance. So I'm gonna dissect it. I'm gonna play the clip, and, you know, you can listen, and after I listen, we will dissect it and take it from there, because there's a lot of flaws in this, you know, presentation that he was making.
Depreciate, and everybody quarrel. Oh, the dollar. When last year anything about the depreciation of the dollar? The dollar has remained relatively stable for the last few years, even during
Not factual.
COVID. Some of these things, you know, are fundamental to Jamaica.
It's a lot of flaws.
Talk about Jamaica 10 years ago.
A lot of flaws in this speech, man. It's not factual.
High unemployment, unstable dollar, high inflation,
I'm glad
and
that
high
the
debt. That was
media
Jamaica.
opportunity.
What is Jamaica today?
I also can fact check it.
Low
You know what I mean?
unemployment, stable dollar,
It's not factual.
inflation
Listen,
coming down. But what has happened to our national debt? When we took over, national debt was about 120% of GDP. You know what that means? That is everything that Jamaica produce. If we were to take it and pay back our debt, we still have 20% more to pay. Now, today, our debt is 78% of GDP. It means that if we took everything that Jamaica produced today
An artist, man.
and pay back with it, we still
An
have
artist, man.
20%. This is a
My
different
God.
Jamaica you're living in. It's not the same Jamaica that the PMP left. We have changed Jamaica, the fundamentals of Jamaica.
People did not vote for this, man. Trust and believe, man, you know. Let down the people there, man. Trust me. So we hear the Prime Minister clearly for ourselves now. Let's dissect it, because as I said before, there's a lot of flaws in this presentation that he was making to this crowd, to his labor right supporters. So let me dissect it. Now we touch on COVID, but I want to explain something to you, the Jamaican people. Because a lot of you, the Jamaican people, don't aware. See, don't aware of the facts and the reality in COVID. So he said the dollar remained relatively stable for the last 3 years, even during COVID. Seeing the dollar remain relatively stable for the last 3 years, even during COVID. I'm gonna tell you, the Jamaican people, this morning, the reality of the stabilization of the dollar in the COVID and also our economy. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, and Nigel Clark is taking praises for something that they did not do. I said Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness is taking praises for something that they did not do. Right? They have a set of us who live abroad, migrate from Jamaica. So we live in the diaspora abroad. We were the one who sent back $4 million in the COVID time to rescue the Jamaican economy and to stabilize our dollars. How do you know that? I'm going to explain to you, because I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you fiction. I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you conspiracy. I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you propaganda. You see what I mean? So this is it. If we can recall as Jamaican citizens, in the heights of the COVID-19, what happened? Cruise ships stopped running, them lockdown. The hotel industry closed. Backside closed. Backside closed. We are not producing anything. So therefore, our economy is stagnant. So where the funds come from to stabilize the economy? Where did the funds come from to stabilize the dollar? It have to come from somewhere. Ain't it? It have to. And that funds come from the diaspora abroad, who send back $4 million to Jamaica in that time. And I have never yet one day heard Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness praise the people in the diaspora for rescuing the Jamaican economy and stabilize the Jamaican dollar in the heights of the pandemic. Jamaicans, we have to remember what he did in the pandemic. He come up with the DMRA, something or another, Disaster Risk Management Act. What does that do? It charged Jamaican citizens 300,000, 400,000, 250,000, 150,000 for what? Not wearing a mask. For what? Not wearing a mask. So our economy was down. There was no resources coming in at all. So if it wasn't for the people in the diaspora abroad, the people who go up on the farm work program, the people who go up on the hotel program, the people who them up on the cruise ship, was send back money in for friends and family and loved ones. If it wasn't for those people and the people in the diaspora, Jamaica would crash in the pandemic. And then never yet one day come on stage and thank the people in the diaspora for rescue the Jamaican economy in that tough time and stabilize the Jamaican dollar. So it's nothing that Andrew Holness do as a genius or Nigel Clark wave a magic wand and make it happen. They did not. They are only taking praises for something that they did not do. It's the people in the diaspora should get all the praises. Let's move on. And I quote the Prime Minister words. Some of the things are fundamentally to Jamaica. Because when we used to talk about Jamaica 10 years ago, and you say, define Jamaica. You said, define Jamaica. What Jamaica look like? What it feel like to be here? high unemployment, unstable dollars, high inflation, and high debit. He said that was Jamaica then, like 8 years ago. He goes on, as I quote, what is Jamaica today? Because he's bragging, he's boasting the accomplishment under the Andrew Holness-led administration. What is Jamaica today? Low unemployment, stable dollar, inflation coming down. So he's taking the praise because there is accomplishment that take place here under the Andrew Holness-led administration. But as I said before, remember, there is so many flaws in this speech, and that's the reason why I'm glad I have the opportunity to dissect and fact check the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. He goes on, and as I quote the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, but what has happened to the national debt that was before their takeover? What has happened to the national debt? He goes on and he says, when we take over, the national debt was about 120% GDP. Now, when they say GDP, is the shortening of gross domestic product. So he says, you know what that means. It means everything that Jamaica produce. If we were to take it and pay back our debt, we would still have 20% to pay. That is how bad he said the Jamaican debt was, right? So everything what we sell, all of the money what we make from the things what we earn, if we should use that money and pay for our debt, after we do so, we would still in the red of 20%. We would still have to come up with 20% to pay those people, right? He says, listen now, now today, this is the Prime Minister words, now today our debt is at 78% GDP. So what that means, is that it take it down 42% off. Because remember, he said when they take office, it was 120% GDP. Now under his administration, it's at 78. So they take 42% off. So what he's saying now, it means if we took everything that Jamaica produce and pay our debt, we will left with a 22%. So it's a reverse what he's saying. If we should take everything what we produce, everything that we sell, and go and pay for our debt now, we would pay off our debt and we would have 20% leave. So I'm saying, if we are doing so good right now as a nation, we can pay off our debt and we can have a profit of 20% in the bank. Non-touch. The big question here is, why then you are not paying the teachers? Why you are not paying the police? Why you are not paying the nurses? Why you are not paying the fireman, the immigration officer, and name all the other public servants? The only public servant you think deserve a raise was you and your administration. 300%, 200%, 100 and something percent. Because this is the thing, people. If you now can pay off your debts right now, it means if we took everything that Jamaica produce right now, see, we pay our debt, we still want to have 20% remain in the bank, or we don't have to touch. So if Jamaica they do so good, the economy is great, success, growth, development is taking place, why then you are not paying our teachers? Why you are not paying the police? Why immigration officer not getting paid? Why nurse and doctor is not getting paid? Why the fireman is not getting paid? Why the other public servant is not getting paid? It's you who say it, you know. So we are doing so good right now. With all the things that we are producing, and we still have 20% leave. How it sound? It sound how you don't. It sound how you, man, for real, man. It sound how. He goes on and he said, this is a different Jamaica now. Yeah, we definitely can see that. Yeah, man. He said, this is a different Jamaica you are living in. It is not the same Jamaica that the PMP left. PMP Jamaica was a better Jamaica. Check couple of years back. Inflation was low. Food cost was low. Jobs, the flow. People life better off. You understand? And he also says, we, so it means the JLP, and so he said, we have changed the fundamental of Jamaica. We have changed the fundamental of Jamaica. The Andrew Holness JLP led administration. We have changed the fundamental of Jamaica. Think about that. So we know that the Prime Minister is not lying when he said that we have changed the fundamental of Jamaica. It was the same Andrew Holness led JLP administration go over Clifton and demolish the people them house. It's the same Andrew Holness led administration, you know, run down the hospital them in Jamaica, you know, where we don't have CT scan, we don't have burn unit, we don't have MRI, we don't have medicine, we don't have adequate bed supplies. Is the same Andrew Holness led administration, you know. Police brutality of the Jamaican citizen in the street on a daily basis is the same Andrew Holness led administration, you know. Thousands of Jamaicans running away across the Mexican border is the same Andrew Holness led administration, you know. Crime and violence, you know, where every day 2 or 3 get shot, you know, dead, you know. It's the same Andrew Holness led administration, you know. Corruption, you know. You understand? Rural Reid million, Grace McLean million, Bobby Montague million, Christopher Tufton millions. It's the same Andrew Holness led JLP administration, you know. Human trafficking, you know, where our kids them are being missing and nobody have no care or no concern about it. 400 plus kids missing since the start of this new year, and nobody is making any noise over it. So when the man said, we have changed the fundamental of Jamaica, brother, you're not telling no lie. Andrew, you did it again. Anjo, you did it again. Anyway, people, stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV. Like and share and follow me over YouTube. Help us to spread the message. You understand? And help we to grow these movements. That's what I mean. We tell them, say, God and good road. Treat your fellow Jamaican with respect at all times. We are all in the struggle together. That's what I mean. Don't be like a crab in the barrel. That's what I mean. They try to pull down each other. We all have our purpose. We all have our cause. And we are fighting for one purpose, and it's to see a better Jamaica for all of us. Not just me, but for my kids, my grandkids. That's what I mean. I saw the thing said. A God and good road. Until then, we chat again. Much love. I'm out. Peace. Boom.